Trump.
Oh my God. Did Robert De Niro just drop the hardest anti-Trump mic drop in Hollywood history? Forget subtlety, forget diplomacy. De Niro didn't just throw shade, he launched a verbal nuke. No sugarcoating, no script, just pure, unapologetic rage, delivered straight from the stage to Trump's oversized ego. And Trump, oh, you know exactly how he took it, like a true champion of tantrums. Full-on meltdown mode, defensive tweets, red in the face fury, the usual Mar-a-Lago cocktail of rage and delusion. Stay tuned because this is going to be madness. Let's unpack this.
The sooner he's out of office, the better for all of us. He's an idiot. He's just done something unspeakable.
We've all got friends and relatives in the U.S. and vice versa. Does this make any sense to you?
Now that's how you do it. This wasn't just another celebrity saying, "I'm concerned" on a late night talk show. This was a one-man verbal assassination attempt, and it landed. Social media? Instant wildfire. MAGA world. Triggered into oblivion. Trump's fans were practically clawing at their "Stop the Steal" flag, screaming, "How dare he!" between Fox News commercials. But here's the twist. What makes it all sting even more is that De Niro wasn't wrong, not even a little. He just said out loud what half the country's been thinking, and the other half's been crying into their red hats about. So sit tight, because we're about to break down the speech, the reaction, and the raw political chaos De Niro just unleashed like a heat-seeking missile. But first, take 2 seconds to smash that like button and subscribe. Seriously, you're going to want front row seats for what's coming next. Because when De Niro grabbed the mic, he didn't give a speech, he started a fire, but it gets even realer.
Do you think our democracy is at risk in this election?
I think that it is. I always keep saying democracy is great, of course. But democracy people take for granted. It's a word that some people don't even understand. They take it for granted. It's about right and wrong, period. The guy's a monster. He is beyond wrong. It's almost like he wants to do the most horrible things that he can think of in order to get a rise out of us. I don't know what it is, but he's been doing it, and it's scary.
Are you
Excuse my French.
And just like that, De Niro didn't just speak, he detonated. His voice is low, controlled, but every word a precision strike. He calls Trump a monster, and you could feel the oxygen leave the room. That wasn't some awards show soundbite. That was a live political exorcism. No fluff, no filter, just raw truth and fury. This isn't actor makes a statement. This is De Niro going full Godfather on Trump's entire political career. You could hear the audience trying to process it, half gasping, half cheering, and all reaching for their phones. They knew what they were witnessing, a viral moment locked and loaded for the internet. Meanwhile, outside that room, MAGA world was already fuming. De Niro's words hit Twitter like a Molotov cocktail, and Trump's supporters were foaming at the mouth before he'd even left the stage.
Should not be president, period. We are at a moment in our life, in this country, where this guy is like a gangster. He's come along and he's said things, done things we say over and over again. This is terrible. We're in a terrible situation. We're in a terrible situation. And this guy just keeps going on and on and on. The day after he was elected, I said, well, give him a chance. You never know, you'll see. But he's worse than I ever could have imagined.
A lot of criticism of you.
Fuck him.
Okay, well, this is cable.
Sorry.
That wasn't a speech. That was a burn notice. And of course, Trump heard it. Of course he did. Probably perched on his gold-plated toilet, thumb raging across his phone, composing yet another all-caps masterpiece on Truth Social. And what was his response? Some thoughtful counter-argument. A fact check? A clever dunk? Nope, just this. Low IQ Bobby. That's it. That's the whole comeback. The former president of the United States reduced to throwing kindergarten insults at Robert De Niro like it's a playground brawl and not a political implosion. And here's where it gets even juicier. Instead of shutting De Niro down, Trump accidentally turns him into a legend. Every major outlet picks it up. Memes explode. Side-by-side reaction clips take over TikTok and YouTube. Trump's rant only poured gasoline on a fire he couldn't control, and it's burning. His base tried damage control. De Niro is just another Hollywood elite. Boycott Goodfellas. I'm never watching The Irishman again. Oh really? You just watched it last week, Todd. But the damage? done because De Niro didn't just hit Trump with insults. He said what millions of Americans are thinking but can't scream into a mic, and Trump's pathetic little jab, it didn't silence De Niro, it proved him right. And the internet, oh, the internet absolutely lost it. Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, the meltdown was instant, and the memes, ruthless. So what happens next? Let's just say, Trump may want to mute his notifications.
He's so fucking angry that we're here talking about a piece of shit like Donald Trump. Hi, Philly, how are you?
Boom. There it is. No metaphors, no filters, no diplomacy, just pure uncensored rage from one of the most iconic actors of all time, aimed squarely at the human spray tan. And while Trump was probably somewhere screaming at his phone autocorrect, critics and internet warriors were already popping digital champagne. Memes flooded the timeline, side by sides of Trump's sweaty orange scowl next to De Niro's iconic mobster death stare. One viral tweet read, "Robert De Niro just did what Congress couldn't, completely roast Trump into oblivion." Another joked, "Give De Niro an HBO special, 60 minutes, one mic, no survivors." And the best part, Trump tried to clap back and made it 1000x worse. His big insult, "Low IQ Bobby." Seriously? That's all you've got? Twitter immediately lit up with posts like, "Trump calls De Niro low IQ Bobby while spelling ridiculous wrong. You can't write satire this good." It wasn't just online chaos either. Late night hosts had a field day. News networks ran De Niro's clip on a loop. Even people who don't follow politics suddenly had something to say. What started as one brutal moment turned into a full-blown culture war moment. And Trump? He wasn't just losing the argument, he was losing the room. But was that it? Was Trump done lashing out? Yeah, not even close.
Do you really worry that if he were to win again, and I'm not saying this like it's such a far-fetched notion, if he were to win again, that he would not give up power?
You know he won't. You know he won't. He even said it. He's never going to give it up. And anybody who deludes themselves in thinking that he is, shame on you.
You have compared the Trump family to a gangster family, which is something coming from you. What do you mean?
They are. Well, because he thinks he's a gangster. He does everything like a gangster. I don't think that gangsters in that world would think much of him, because there's honor among thieves. There's honor in anything. If you don't keep your word and do the right thing with people, no matter what profession you're in, you are going to get ostracized. And in that world, it's a little harder.
Absolute annihilation. And the reason this hit so hard, it's not just another Hollywood actor spouting off. It's De Niro, a born and raised New Yorker who's known Trump's con for decades. The fake wealth, the shady deals, the endless lies. He's seen it up close. And now, he's torching it publicly. Second, this isn't just some tweet or punchline on late night TV. This is Robert freaking De Niro, a man whose face is literally the symbol of "don't mess with me." And he's out here talking with the same intensity he brought to mob bosses and war generals. But this time, it's real. And finally, he's not afraid. Trump is famous for going after critics, the lawsuits, the smear campaigns, the mob of angry followers foaming at the mouth. But De Niro couldn't care less. He's not scared of MAGA trolls. He's not intimidated by some late night truth social tantrum. He says what needs to be said, and he says it like a man who's done playing nice. And that's why this moment hit different, because Trump didn't just get roasted, he got wrecked by a legend who wasn't just acting tough. He meant every word.
I think he pretends to be dumber than he is to confuse people and make them think, no, you think he's...
No, I don't think so.
Why you would guess that there's a big group of people in this country who believe that he cares about them?
I am totally dumbfounded, baffled by that. I can't understand it. And it's a thing that we've seen over decades and decades. And he is a malignant narcissist. He's a socio-psychopath. He's created some new language as far as describing somebody in his mental condition. It's so frightening and scary, and he's dangerous. We got to get rid of him.
Do you ever?
And And that is why this moment didn't just hit hard. It hit like a freight train with De Niro in the driver's seat. This wasn't some Hollywood jab for headlines. This was a full-blown reckoning. A legendary actor calling out a former president like he's auditioning to end him. And the best part, Trump couldn't do a thing about it. So what now? Well, if history's any guide, Trump won't let it go. The man clings to grudges like they're classified documents. Will we see another rally meltdown? Most likely. Expect something like Robert De Niro, very sad, failed actor, nobody watches his movies, as he mispronounces cinema and tries to fistfight a teleprompter. Meanwhile, MAGA Twitter is already in meltdown mode. Cancel Goodfellas. Sure, Brenda, that'll erase 30 years of De Niro's career from everyone's memory. But here's the truth, De Niro doesn't care, and neither do his fans, because this isn't about movies. It's about calling out a fraud. And Trump, he's got bigger problems than Robert De Niro. The lawsuits are piling up like fast food wrappers at a Trump hotel buffet, and every time he opens his mouth, he just proves De Niro right, over and over again.
We're in a very bad situation. I remember you and I about 5-6 years ago talking. I'm down at the Spring Studios, something about, I said, what just happened, just happened. No, it didn't. It didn't happen. It's all about truth. And what we have here is a denial of truth all over the place.
Mic dropped. This wasn't just a clapback. This was a masterclass in how to handle a bully. No sugarcoating, no backing down, no PR team fluffing it up. De Niro looked Trump in the face and said what millions have been screaming into their TV screens for years. And Trump, right on cue, fired off a weak, recycled insult and guaranteed the entire internet would keep replaying the moment on loop. Because this isn't over. Not for Trump, not for his red hat fan base, and definitely not for the internet. And De Niro, he's just getting warmed up. So if you enjoyed watching this verbal takedown unfold in real time, leave a like, smash that subscribe, and tap the next video, because what Trump pulls next, it's gonna be even more unhinged.